Welcome to my channel Pocket Change Coins, because, as you know, old is gold. Some of the rarest coins worth big money could be hiding in your hands right now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch till the end. Let's dive in. First, the Ozark Riverway's 2017 United States $quarter tells a story that flows through the heart of America, where rivers carve through forests, wildlife thrives in untouched beauty, and history lives within every winding stream. When this coin first entered the America the Beautiful Quarters program, it quickly stood out for its breathtaking design and its tribute to one of the nation's most cherished natural treasures. The coin honors the Ozark National Scenic Riverways, located in Missouri, a place famous for its crystal-clear rivers, dramatic bluffs, and serene landscapes. This area was the first national park in the United States created to protect a river system, making it an important symbol of America's commitment to preserving nature for generations to come. The reverse of the coin features the historic Alley Mill, a bright red mill that has become the iconic centerpiece of the region. Built in 1894, it stands beside the Blue Spring Branch, where rushing water powered the mill and supported the community that once depended on it. The depiction on the coin captures this mill with remarkable detail and brings the area's pioneer history back to life. The engraver paid careful attention to the surrounding landscape as well. In the coin's design, you can see the water flowing past the mill, the trees swaying beside it, and the natural features that make the Ozark Riverways unforgettable. This intricate artwork immediately draws the viewer in, making the coin feel more like a miniature painting than a piece of currency. On the obverse side of the coin is the classic portrait of George Washington, connecting the scenic beauty of the Ozarks to the greater story of the United States. This combination of national heritage and natural wonder makes the coin both meaningful and highly collectible. When the Ozark Riverways quarter was released into circulation, many Americans admired it simply for its gorgeous design. But collectors soon discovered that some coins carried hidden surprises, tiny minting errors or especially sharp strikes that set them apart from standard pieces. These small differences would eventually help certain coins rise in value. Among the most fascinating versions are coins that show doubling, die chips, off-center strikes, or missing design details caused during minting. Error coins like these have a charm of their own, and each one tells a unique story about how it left the mint. Collectors who specialize in modern quarter errors often place the Ozark Riverways quarter high on their list of favorites. Even without errors, some examples of this coin stand out due to extraordinary condition. Uncirculated specimens kept in perfect preservation display sharp details, smooth surfaces, and brilliant luster. These qualities can significantly increase the desirability of the coin, especially as time passes and fewer flawless examples remain. Collectors often revisit stash change jars or old coin rolls, hoping to come across one of these special versions. The possibility of discovering a rare Ozark Riverways quarter adds excitement to the search, and many hobbyists have shared stories of lucky finds discovered in the most unexpected places. Because the America the Beautiful series is newer than the state quarters program, some people assume the coins hold little value. But experienced collectors know that early discoveries, especially errors or high-grade coins, can skyrocket in worth as the years go by. The Ozark Riverways quarter is one of those coins already gaining momentum. The coin's design also appeals to people who love nature, history, or the American outdoors. The Alley Mill featured on the reverse is an essential landmark that welcomes thousands of visitors each year. Its image on the coin has helped bring national recognition to the region and preserve its story in a way that will endure beyond the physical world. Over time, pristine examples of the Ozark Riverways quarter have become harder to find. Circulation wears down the delicate design, and exposure to the elements dulls its shine. This gradual disappearance of high-quality pieces has increased demand among collectors who value rarity and condition. The quarter also holds sentimental value, reminding many people of trips taken through Missouri's rivers and forests. It represents quiet mornings by the water, peaceful canoe rides, and the untamed beauty of the Ozarks. These emotional connections contribute to the coin's appeal far beyond its numismatic significance. As collectors continue searching for rare America the Beautiful quarters, the Ozark Riverways edition remains a standout. Its artwork, location, and historical meaning combine to form a coin that is as beautiful as it is collectible. For many numismatists, it represents the perfect blend of nature, craftsmanship, and hidden value. The increasing interest in modern U.S. coin eras has also boosted the profile of the Ozark Riverways quarter. New collectors are entering the hobby every day, learning about mint variations and hunting through change to find valuable examples. This fresh enthusiasm brings more attention to coins from this series. Even seasoned collectors admire the crispness and depth of the alley mill engraving. The way the design captures movement, flowing water, wooden structures, natural curves, makes it one of the most artistic pieces in the entire 2017 minting lineup. Its craftsmanship earns it a special place in many curated collections. The market continues to evolve, and high-grade Ozark Riverways quarters have begun to surface in auctions with surprising results. Many collectors now keep a sharp eye on newly graded pieces, hoping to catch one of these rare beauties before prices rise further. The combination of a beloved landmark, a detailed design, and emerging rarity has made the Ozark Riverways 2017 quarter one of the most talked about modern collectibles. It reminds us that even recent coins can hold tremendous value when the right conditions come together. And now, after exploring its story, design, rarity, and growing collector demand, we reach the highlight of this journey. An exceptionally rare and remarkably preserved Ozark Riverways 2017 United States quarter dollar has been valued at an impressive price of $30,000. Second rare coin, the Connecticut 1999 United States quarter dollar is one of the earliest coins from the famous 50-state quarters program, and ever since its release, it has remained one of the most admired designs in modern American coinage. This coin doesn't just represent a state. It represents resilience, heritage, and a deep connection to American history. For collectors, the Connecticut quarter is a treasure filled with meaning, beauty, and potential value. At the heart of the coin's reverse design stands the legendary charter oak, a massive and symbolic tree deeply rooted in the state's past. This tree is tied to one of the most famous stories in colonial history, where the Connecticut charter was hidden inside the tree's trunk to protect it from being seized by British authorities in 1687. This act of bravery and defiance turned the tree into a symbol of freedom and self-governance. The engraving of the charter oak on the coin is extraordinary. Every branch, twist, and turn is captured with incredible detail, giving the tree a dramatic silhouette that immediately catches the eye. It is one of the most intricate designs of the entire state quarter series, earning praise from collectors and artists alike. The tree's wide, sprawling branches make this coin an instant standout. On the obverse, the classic portrait of George Washington ties the state-specific design to the unity of the nation. The combination of Washington's historical significance and the powerful symbolism of the charter oak gives the coin an impressive balance between national identity and state pride. When the Connecticut quarter entered circulation in 1999, it became one of the most collected coins of the entire decade. Millions of Americans began searching their pockets for it, fascinated by its beautiful design. But as time went on, collectors discovered that some Connecticut quarters were far more valuable than others due to rare varieties and pristine condition levels. Among the most intriguing pieces are the ones with mint errors. Some Connecticut quarters display doubling effects on the branches of the tree, creating a shadow-like duplication that makes the design even more eye-catching. Others show off center strikes or unusual die marks that occurred during the minting process. These errors are scarce and quickly gained a loyal following among collectors. Even without errors, finding a Connecticut quarter in flawless condition is becoming increasingly difficult. The detailed design, while beautiful, also means that any small scratch or mark becomes very noticeable. Over the years, most circulated coins have lost their shine and sharpness, making untouched examples incredibly desirable. Collectors often search through old collections, forgotten rolls of quarters, and family coin jars in hopes of discovering a high-grade Connecticut 1999 coin. The excitement of uncovering a coin that looks nearly new, despite being over 2 decades old, is a thrill that keeps coin enthusiasts hooked. The charter oak engraving also holds deep emotional value. Connecticut residents and history lovers alike see this tree as a symbol of courage and independence. Even though the original tree fell during a storm in 1856, its legacy lives on through the quarter, allowing newer generations to appreciate the story behind it. For many people, the Connecticut quarter was the first coin they ever set aside while collecting the state quarter series. Because it was released early in the program, it played a major role in inspiring millions of Americans to start coin collecting as a hobby. This nostalgic connection has helped the coin maintain strong demand over the years. Numismatists have noted that some of the highest graded examples of the Connecticut quarter come from early mint packaging or from rolls that were stored untouched. These coins still exhibit the crisp lines and frosty surfaces that make them stand out among typical circulated pieces. As collectors continue to explore modern U.S. coinage, the Connecticut quarter remains an essential piece for any serious collection. Its place in the very first year of the state quarters program gives it historical importance, and its design ensures lasting admiration. Stories about lucky finds have encouraged more people to take a second look at their pocket change. A well-preserved Connecticut quarter has surprised many collectors with its value, especially when featuring rare minting traits that increase its uniqueness. The artistic depth of the Charter Oak also makes this coin a favorite for educational purposes. Teachers, historians, and parents often use the coin to share the story of colonial resistance and the birth of democratic ideals in early America. This gives the coin cultural value beyond its physical appearance. The Connecticut quarter has aged remarkably well in terms of collector interest. Even decades after its release, it remains a popular and widely researched coin, with new discoveries and grading milestones continuing to excite the numismatic community. The coin's rarity and high grades and its appeal among both casual and professional collectors have driven demand upwards. Every year that passes makes pristine examples harder to find, especially those untouched by circulation. Many collectors believe that early state quarters will only grow in value as the decades roll on, especially for coins whose symbolism resonates strongly with American heritage. The Connecticut quarter is a perfect example of this trend, combining history, beauty, and rarity into a single coin. For treasure hunters, the Connecticut 1999 quarter continues to offer hope that something extraordinary might still be hiding in everyday change. Whether found in a drawer, a coin bank, or an old box of keepsakes, the possibility of uncovering a valuable specimen keeps the excitement alive. And now, after exploring the history, the design, the symbolism, and the growing collector demand for this remarkable coin, we reach the highlight of this journey. An exceptionally rare and perfectly preserved Connecticut 1999 United States quarter dollar has been valued at an incredible price of $80,000. Third expensive coin, the Cumberland Gap 2016 United States quarter dollar is a coin that carries the spirit of exploration, bravery, and the restless drive that built early America. When this coin entered the America the Beautiful quarter series, it immediately drew attention for its striking design and deep historical meaning. The Cumberland Gap is more than just a pass between mountains, it is a symbol of opportunity, perseverance, and the courage of those who journey toward the unknown. The heart of the coin's reverse design is a frontiersman standing proudly with his rifle, gazing westward into the open wilderness. This image represents the thousands of pioneers who used the Cumberland Gap as their gateway to new lands. For many of them, this very route marked the beginning of a life-changing journey filled with uncertainty, hope, and ambition. The coin beautifully captures that pivotal moment of decision and determination. The inscription on the coin reads, "First doorway to the West," and this phrase encapsulates the historical importance of the Cumberland Gap. Long before highways and railroads shaped the land, this natural passage through the Appalachian Mountains served as the primary route for settlers moving into Kentucky, Tennessee, and beyond. The quarter pays tribute to the people who walked this path with dreams of a better future. The detailed artwork on the coin is remarkable. The frontiersman's clothing, the texture of the rifle, and the rugged landscape all work together to create a design that feels alive with historical energy. It invites viewers to imagine what life was like in the late 1700s and to appreciate the struggles faced by those early pioneers. On the obverse side stands the familiar portrait of George Washington. His presence on the coin ties the story of westward expansion to the broader identity of the nation. Together, both sides of the coin form a narrative that reminds Americans of how the country grew from its earliest settlements to its vast, modern landscape. When the Cumberland Gap quarter entered circulation in 2016, many collectors were immediately drawn to it. Its dramatic design made it noticeable even to people who were not actively collecting coins at the time. As the years passed, collectors began to realize that some versions of this quarter possessed unusual qualities or rare minting characteristics that set them apart. A number of Cumberland Gap quarters are known to display mint errors such as doubling, die chips, die breaks, or off-center strikes. These imperfections, created accidentally during the minting process, give certain coins a unique personality that collectors adore. Each era coin carries its own story, making it a one-of-a-kind piece in the world of numismatics. In addition to era coins, uncirculated Cumberland Gap quarters have also gained popularity. Coins kept in flawless condition, free from scratches, wear, or discoloration, are much harder to find today. These pristine examples often fetch higher values because they preserve the coin's full beauty exactly as it appeared when it left the mint. Collectors often search through coin rolls, old bank bags, and inherited collections in hopes of discovering one of these flawless Cumberland Gap quarters. The possibility of finding a rare version adds a sense of excitement to the hunt, as many people have been surprised by what they uncover. Even casual collectors appreciate the Cumberland Gap design because it represents a powerful moment in American history. It symbolizes courage, exploration, and the spirit of adventure that shaped the nation. This emotional connection enhances the coin's desirability, giving it value beyond simple rarity. The Cumberland Gap quarter also resonates with history enthusiasts who admire the resilience of early settlers. The gap itself has been used for thousands of years, including by Native American tribes long before settlers arrived. This deep historical lineage makes the coin meaningful on multiple levels. As time passes, high-quality examples of the 2016 Cumberland Gap quarter have become increasingly difficult to find. Circulation quickly wears down the fine details of the frontiersman and landscape, meaning only a small number of untouched specimens remain. These rare survivors are the ones that attract the most attention from collectors. The America the Beautiful series includes many stunning designs, but the Cumberland Gap coin is often praised for its storytelling. It captures a moment frozen in time, the exact instant when a pioneer stands at the edge of the wilderness, contemplating everything that lies ahead. This emotional depth makes the coin unforgettable. Numismatists have taken a special interest in this coin because it represents an important chapter in American expansion. The Cumberland Gap was the bridge between the original colonies and the lands that would later form the nation's heartland. The coin's strong historic symbolism makes it a standout in the series. As collectors continue to learn about modern U.S. coinage, more people are discovering the hidden value in coins like the Cumberland Gap quarter. Whether due to era varieties, rare conditions, or simply the beauty of the design, the demand for this coin has steadily increased. There are countless stories of people finding valuable Cumberland Gap quarters in everyday change. The idea that a simple quarter could be worth far more than its face value encourages many collectors to inspect every coin closely. It's this sense of treasure hunting that makes modern coin collecting so thrilling. The unique combination of historical importance, exceptional artwork, and emerging rarity ensures that the Cumberland Gap quarter will remain a favorite among collectors for years to come. Its design tells a story of courage and discovery that continues to inspire people today. As the hobby grows and more collectors search for high-grade examples, the Cumberland Gap 2016 quarter continues to climb in popularity. Whether found by chance or purchased intentionally, the coin represents a meaningful piece of American history captured in metal. And now, after exploring its origin, its symbolism, its rarity, and its growing importance in the collector world, we reach the highlight of this journey. An extremely rare and exceptionally preserved Cumberland Gap 2016 United States quarter dollar has been valued at an impressive price of $40,000. Especially, the Indiana 2002 United States quarter dollar is a remarkable piece of modern American coinage, admired by collectors for both its symbolic meaning and its distinctive design. Released as part of the celebrated 50 State Quarters program, this coin pays tribute to Indiana's legacy of innovation, independence, and American spirit. From the moment it entered circulation, it captured attention with its dynamic imagery and its nod to the state's rich history. The design on the reverse side features a race car speeding across the state outline, commemorating Indiana's deep-rooted connection to one of the most legendary sporting events in the world, the Indianapolis 500. This race is not just a competition, it is a celebration of skill, engineering, and human endurance. The quarter captures this excitement in a way that few other state coins have managed to do. The image of the open-wheel race car is unique in U.S. coinage and immediately sets the Indiana quarter apart. It symbolizes Indiana's position as a hub of motor racing excellence and engineering innovation. Even people who are not familiar with coin collecting often recognize this design because of its bold appearance and the cultural importance of the Indy 500 itself. Alongside the race car, the outline of the state of Indiana serves as a reminder of the state's shape and geographic identity. This design element grounds the coin in a strong sense of place, ensuring viewers immediately associate the artwork with not just an event, but with the state's heritage as a whole. Below the imagery is the motto, "Crossroads of America," a powerful phrase that reflects Indiana's historical role in transportation. Long before highways connected the nation, Indiana served as a major hub for trade routes, railways, and early travel paths. The quarter pays tribute to that foundational identity with a simple but meaningful inscription on the obverse side. George Washington's portrait maintains the theme of national unity that defines every state quarter. His presence connects Indiana's achievements to the broader story of the United States, tying state pride to national history in a visually balanced way. When the Indiana quarter entered circulation in 2002, millions of Americans sought to collect it as a part of the fast-growing state quarters craze. This enthusiasm helped spark a new generation of coin collectors who now appreciate the details, symbolism, and rarity variations found in modern U.S. mint issues. Over time, certain Indiana quarters have become even more desirable due to uncommon qualities or special minting traits. Some of the most sought-after Indiana quarters are those with mint errors. These can include doubling on the lettering or the race car, unusual die cracks across the state outline, or rotational misalignments that shift the positioning of the design. These errors are rare and can dramatically increase a coin's value among collectors who specialize in unique pieces. Apart from errors, high-grade uncirculated examples have also gained significant attention. Nearly all Indiana quarters circulated heavily, and because of their broad, flat design, even small marks can be extremely noticeable. This makes pristine, untouched coins increasingly difficult to find. Those few that remain flawless are now considered treasures within the numismatic world. Collectors often search through old coin rolls, forgotten boxes, and inherited collections in hopes of finding a rare Indiana quarter. The excitement of stumbling upon a coin that has survived more than 2 decades without damage continues to inspire many hobbyists to keep searching, even today. The Indiana quarter is also appreciated for the way it captures a combination of motion and history. The speeding race car isn't just a static symbol, it captures movement, energy, and innovation. Few coins, especially circulating coins, display such a strong sense of action within their design. The Indianapolis 500 itself represents values that speak to American culture, competition, innovation, endurance, and pride in craftsmanship. This gives the coin an emotional connection for race fans, engineers, historians, and collectors alike. It's more than a design, it's a celebration of an American tradition. Over the years, the Indiana quarter has become a favorite among those who appreciate the artistic diversity in the state quarters program. Its bold imagery stands out in collections, making it a centerpiece in many displays and albums. The coin's unique aesthetic ensures that it never goes unnoticed. Numismatists appreciate the Indiana quarter not only for its design but also for its production context. The year 2002 marked a period of significant growth in the popularity of U.S. coin collecting. Coins from this era often hold sentimental value because they were part of a nationwide hobby that united millions of people of all ages. As more collectors study the series, the rarity of high-grade Indiana quarters becomes increasingly clear. The combination of heavy circulation and the difficulty of preserving its fine details means that finding perfect specimens today is becoming increasingly challenging. This scarcity fuels rising demand among dedicated collectors. Stories of rare Indiana quarters found in everyday pocket change continue to circulate among hobbyists. These stories inspire others to pay close attention to their coins, knowing that a potentially valuable piece could be hiding in plain sight. The thrill of discovery keeps the Indiana quarter alive in conversations among collectors. The symbolic meaning of the Indiana quarter also ages gracefully. The idea of Indiana as the crossroads of America continues to resonate, reminding people of the state's vital contributions to transportation, industry, and national growth. Its design captures a moment in time that remains relevant and cherished. Collectors today recognize that modern coins with strong historical themes often appreciate in value over time, particularly when paired with rare mint conditions or unique varieties. The Indiana quarter is a perfect example of this growing trend within the hobby. The coin not only represents Indiana's history but also reflects the energy and ambition of the American people. Its design inspires admiration and curiosity, making it a memorable piece that appeals to both new and experienced collectors. And now, after exploring its origins, symbolism, rarity, and unique place in the world of numismatics, we arrive at the highlight of this journey. An exceptionally rare and perfectly preserved Indiana 2002 United States quarter dollar has been valued at an astounding price of $80,000. Last unique coin, the Block Island 2018 United States quarter dollar is a modern treasure that captures the charm, history, and natural beauty of one of America's most beloved coastal destinations. Part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, this coin was released to celebrate the unique landscapes and wildlife of Block Island National Wildlife Refuge in Rhode Island. From the moment it was minted, it has stood out for its intricate design and the story it tells. The reverse of the coin features two striking terns in flight above the island's rugged coast. These birds are symbolic of the refuge and its role as a sanctuary for migratory seabirds. The image perfectly captures motion, grace, and the delicate balance of nature, making this quarter a visual delight for collectors and nature enthusiasts alike. The terns, depicted with their wings spread in mid-flight, create a sense of energy and life on the coin. Their detailed feathers, the texture of their bodies, and the dynamic composition show the remarkable skill of the engraver. Even small elements of the landscape, including waves and rocky outcrops, are rendered with meticulous precision. This coin not only celebrates wildlife but also highlights the importance of environmental preservation. The Block Island National Wildlife Refuge protects nesting grounds and habitats for birds and other animals, reminding collectors that this coin represents both beauty and responsibility. Holding one feels like holding a piece of the natural world itself. On the obverse side, George Washington's familiar portrait links the individual state and national symbols, reminding collectors that every quarter belongs to a greater story of American heritage. The contrast between the lively natural scene and the dignified portrait of Washington creates a visually appealing balance that draws the eye. When the Block Island quarter was released, collectors quickly realized that, while it was newer in the America the Beautiful series, it had the potential to become a highly sought-after coin. Its combination of detailed wildlife imagery, pristine landscapes, and limited minting makes it a collector's favorite in the series. A small number of these coins also came out with minting errors, which further increased their desirability. Some coins exhibit doubling effects on the wings or the lettering, while others show die cracks or misaligned strikes. These unusual variations transform ordinary quarters into unique, one-of-a-kind collectibles. Even coins without minting errors can be highly valuable when preserved in uncirculated condition. The Block Island quarter has a delicate design that is easily worn by circulation. Coins that remain pristine, with all the details of the terns and the landscape intact, are extremely rare and highly prized by collectors. Collectors often revisit old rolls of quarters, piggy banks, and family collections hoping to uncover a Block Island coin in exceptional condition. The excitement of discovering a flawless example after years of circulation is one of the reasons this coin has remained popular among hobbyists. The imagery on the quarter also resonates with nature lovers and coastal enthusiasts. The terns are not just birds, they represent freedom, migration, and the rhythm of life along the Atlantic coast. This emotional connection makes the coin more than just currency. It becomes a piece of art with a story. The Block Island quarter stands out because it combines natural beauty with precise craftsmanship. The waves crashing on the shore, the birds' dynamic flight, and the rugged cliffs all come together to create a miniature masterpiece. Its attention to detail makes it one of the most admired coins in the 2018 America the Beautiful lineup. Over time, the demand for this coin has increased, driven by both collectors and those who appreciate its aesthetic value. Modern coins with historical or natural significance often gain in popularity as enthusiasts recognize the combination of artistry and rarity they possess. Stories of lucky discoveries continue to fuel interest in the Block Island quarter. People have reported finding coins with unusual clarity, brilliant surfaces, or even subtle minting anomalies in everyday pocket change. These finds remind collectors that treasure can appear anywhere, waiting to be noticed. Because the coin is relatively new, its surviving uncirculated specimens are limited. This rarity makes each high-grade example increasingly valuable, especially as more collectors enter the hobby and seek to complete their America the Beautiful collections. Collectors appreciate that the Block Island coin also connects to a larger story of conservation. The quarter's depiction of wildlife encourages people to learn about the refuge, its history, and the ongoing efforts to protect these vital ecosystems. In this way, the coin serves as both a collectible and an educational tool. The design also appeals to people who love storytelling through imagery. In a small, circular piece of metal, the quarter captures an entire scene, a fleeting moment in nature frozen forever. This makes the coin memorable and highly desirable for those who value artistry in numismatics. The combination of aesthetic appeal, historical significance, and rarity ensures that the Block Island 2018 quarter remains a must-have for collectors. It reminds us that modern coins can still surprise us with beauty and value, even decades after they are minted. Collectors have noted that high-grade Block Island quarters often fetch premium attention in auctions. The sharper the details and the more brilliant the surface, the higher the coin is valued. This trend has made this quarter an exciting target for collectors seeking modern U.S. coins with long-term potential. Even casual collectors find the Block Island quarter captivating because it represents both a specific place and a universal appreciation of nature. The coin appeals to a wide audience, from seasoned numismatists to wildlife enthusiasts who admire the artistry and symbolism it conveys. And now, after exploring the coin's origin, design, wildlife significance, rarity, and growing appeal, we reach the pinnacle of this story. An exceptionally rare and perfectly preserved Block Island 2018 United States $quarter has been valued at an impressive price of $35,000.